Hey YouTube! So, stratocaster. This was just in for basically a clean and a setup and new strings. This is a American Fender, which I hadn't even noticed. For some reason I just assumed it was a Squier. I think that this is a Jim Root model. I think that's his signature there. It looks like it says James Root maybe. It's got locking tuners. Maple neck, which I think is, there's a bit there which makes it look like it's a separate fingerboard, but I think it's a one-piece neck, just because there's a grain line that runs sort of where the edge would be if it was a separate fingerboard. But it's got the skunk scrape, so it's got like a skunk scrape that's actually needed. It's like, yay! You know, obviously that's where you put the truss rod in. There's no point in having a skunk stripe if you've got a separate fingerboard, because you put the truss rod in and then you put the fingerboard on, if you're doing it that way. A lot of guitars just have that because it looks right. Yeah, so this has active EMGs in it. This is, you'll check the specs, but I think it said 60 on the back, and I think this one said 81 on the back, and it's got a battery pack on the back. Volume 3-way switch, hardtail, 3-strung, Telecaster style. It's got a bit of a coverway there. I think, did I not do a Jim Root Telecaster, like the Squier version, just a couple of weeks ago, from the same guy? Must have done a good job with it. Otherwise he wouldn't have brought his more expensive American one through. To be honest, I didn't even notice it was a Fender. It wasn't until I'd taken it to bits. You know, I was looking in the back of the pickups and I was like, oh, EMG 81, I've heard of that. This must be expensive. And then it was like, all right, okay, fair enough. You know, it is an expensive one. It's currently got very heavy strings on it. This chap likes his Ruggadug. They are 56 to 12s. 24p, so it's like, you obviously get a choice of whether you want a wound G string. But it's tuned to D standard, is what he asked me to do. Which is good, which means in the demo it means all my chord shapes will work. It's just when I'm playing a G, it's actually an A. Is that right? No, it's the other way around, isn't it? That's actually an F. So if I'm playing an A, it's actually a G. Not a guitar. Yeah, okay, yes. Let's go screw things up for this. So you just play everything 2 frets up. Aye. That doesn't sound too difficult to work my way around. So it's quite tough to bend the 4th string, the G string. I can never remember whether it's first coming from this side. What would be the G string, which is tuned to F. It's quite difficult to bend. I've been playing bass today in the studio, and playing Black Sabbath, so I've been bending bass strings. I'm not adverse to bending it. I can still bend it. It's harder than what you would expect. And it's this dead difficult. I'm trying to remember what I didn't say in the video a minute ago. The camera messed up for some reason. It just went black. So annoying. 10 minutes into a video. What have I not said? I think I'm pretty much there. No fret markings on the front, but they're on the edge, which is fine. As long as it's got them on the edge, I'm totally happy. I didn't even notice that they went on the front until I was. You know, it's one of those things you look at it and you go, something different. What is it? And it's like, as soon as it's pointed out, so obvious it doesn't have the dots on the fretboard. But that's pretty cool. Yeah. So I've never actually come across never played a guitar that's got the EMG humbuckers in it. I had a Godin a while back that had EMG single coils. I didn't like them. But the thing is, what it does was, see when you try to play something very like modern metal, like Metallica or something like that, it worked. And it was like, that's what it's for. I used to have a micro metal muff pedal. It was a big muff with sort of more metal overtones on it. That I used to use when I was demonstrating sort of this kind of guitar. I mean, this kind as in with your thicker strings meant for dug 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 dug. But I can't. Don't know, maybe if one of you bought it from me, then I don't have it anymore. It's not in my pedal board, and it's not on top of that amp. So I mean, it could be. There's a pile of shit over there, so it might be in there somewhere. I just can't remember. So that would be nice, because I would have used that, and it would probably work really well with this guitar. You know, trying to play some Yeah, so that's it. This is it clean, which I don't think this guitar was really designed to be played clean. First pedal because it's sort of metally and you hear this starting to dug up a bit. So neck pickup. Bridge. Yeah, so I'm just playing through my wee Laney VC15 there, but I'm now using my 3x12 cabinet all the time now because bigger is better, and like having three 12-inch speakers is better than a single 10-inch speaker, even though the one that's in this is like a Jensen fancy one. This, I believe, has Celestion Vintage 30s in it. I'm not sure because the pictures I'm going off subject, but off topic. These speakers appear to have like a sort of cork front on them. I'm not sure if the ones in the advert you see for these don't have the cork front on the actual speaker, so I don't know whether they just did that sometimes or whether those speakers are different or whatever. I can't bother taking it to bits to find out. They sound fine. It's good enough as it is. So maybe if I turn on the, will this just scream? Pretty much. So this is the rat pedal going into the fuzz pedal. I don't really ever use very high gain. I know a lot of people really into it. I mean, I do like Black Sabbath, but I think technically you would argue that's not high gain. At the time it was like beyond gain, but that was in the 70s. I think now it's a very different beast. The plan was there. My new pedal system is not perfect because the cables keep sitting over the buttons. What was that? bass player in the Black Sabbath band, so I don't actually the solos, some of the solos I can play just from having learned before, but Sweet Leaf is now one of the ones I used to play. I'm on a riff though. Yeah, so in conclusion, I do like this guitar. I think I would find a use for it. I'm actually not hating the having it down tuned either. It does give it something different. I wonder if I could maybe think about it. I've got that many guitars sitting about. It's not exactly difficult to down tune one. You know, it's like I wouldn't even notice. I just pick anyone. But an EMGs, although the purist in me, like everyone tells you got to hate EMG pickups, you know, active pickups, pure the work of Satan, but not in a good way. Kind of like, because I'm a tube snob, you know, my tube amps and all that. And I kind of like the idea. I mean, I'm in a band playing guitar, and I don't use any pedals. I use my Sovtech. That's it. Just like with a lead going into it. And a tuner pedal. Okay, I use a tuner pedal, but that's kind of it. That's partly, but I started doing that partly because I liked the idea of just, you know, nothing more manly than turning up and just playing with a guitar plugged into your amp without any stuff in the middle. But also, the Sovtech doesn't do clean, so the sound that it's got is kind of sounds like you've got the rat pedal on. Anyway, it's not a million miles away. Okay, it's detuned, so it's a little bit heavier. But so what I did to this guitar was I took all the parts off and cleaned it. It was pretty manky. I had to replace one of the screws and pick up and one of the guy who's done it for you can try and find out which one of these screws. The one that was here was so rusted that you couldn't get the screwdriver into it. It just turned it, so I managed to get it out. And one of the screws is different. It's from my parts box, so you can try and find out which one it is. I'll tell you, it's not the one there. I put in the freshest looking one there because that's obviously where the sweaty rustiness happens, so I put the best one there. I polished the frets, basically cleaned it all up. We had to replace one of the similar idea with the pickup. One of the screws I had to take out with pliers, you know, the pickup adjustment screws, just because it was rusted through, and then the head was off the screw. I didn't really do that much. It took me fucking ages as well, but it was all simple stuff. But I'm looking forward to for you to see this because it's like a new guitar. It doesn't look like the same one. Rock and roll!